Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Okay, the way the system they go, not us so we been butter. Waiting the one, where we can't see slow, not us so we been butter. Waiting the one, every day a new story. Waiting the one and just they like how we. Waiting the one, separation them on a we. I'm lucky I the dance for we. Waiting the one, so here they kill we. TikTok killing last week. Papa the country, Ghana the country, Kanga the country slow. That's another walk, and the side where you go, so wahala. We want for no. That's another walk. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa be the woke, then don't sack him. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa we been the woke, then don't sack him. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will for protect we. Soldier man them will for protect we. Can them beat we, not them kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will for protect we. Soldier man them will for protect we. Now them beat we, not them kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Na full of man no. Na full of man. Na afraid full of man. Na afraid full of man. This is time to go. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the gun. Where we can't see slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the gun. Every day a new story. Waiting the gun and just they like how we. Waiting the gun. Separation them on a we. I'm lucky I the dance for we. Waiting the gun. Lucky I the kill we. TikTok killing last week. I see the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting the gun. With the ask and this question, you all let the answer. Waiting the gun. I see the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting the gun. With the ask and this question, you all let the answer. Waiting the gun. But the way the system they go, we not glad yo. We not glad at all. The way we can't see they go now, we not glad yo. We not glad at all. Consultation of the country money. West control na the country money. Forget work na the country money. Follow you get side for sleepy money. We not glad yo. We not glad. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. I say with democracy done democracy. With the youths them one work we not lazy. If I could talk then they talk. No they do done against we. We not glad the police brutality injustice done against we. We not glad when we tell them the truth and the facts, then don't turn against we. We not glad I play the way the system they go. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the gun. When we can't see slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the gun. Every day a new story. Waiting the gun and just they like how we. Waiting the gun. Separation them on a we. I'm lucky I the dance. Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Okay, the way the system they go. Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Okay, the way the system they go, not us so we be butter. Waiting the gun. Where we can't see slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the gun. Every day a new story. Waiting the gun and just they like how we. Waiting the gun. Separation them on a we. I'm lucky I the dance for we. Waiting the gun. So here they kill we. TikTok killing last week. Papa the country, Ghana the country, Kanga the country slow. That's another walk. And the side where you go, so wahala. We want for no. That's another walk.
September 9, when it be Sunday last year, we received a call from the Honorable Member of Parliament, Nala area, Honorable Aaron. A call we complaint handling officer Rashid Kaba for say police don't go raid 2 villages in constituency, Matibo and Matibo village, yeah. So we lead to the death of one gentleman, Abdul Kamara Matibo, yeah. What we said do the next day, when I be Monday the 10th, we send a 3-man team. We send 2 investigators, and then we regional outreach officer within the North, Joseph Cisse. Then go there. The mission purely during that first trip, now before go gather evidence, talk to some key witnesses, and then come back. So then able go and they succeed. They gather information will be need. Talk to the people, take pictures, and then come back. And after that, we contact the police officers for make themselves available to the IPCB for interrogation.
One thing where I be asked earlier gets for do with the delay. If you look at this case in particular, now where we look at, it take about 5 months for the Independent Police Complaint Board reach to conclusion on waiting and find out. Waiting being caused the delay?
Well, I'm not going to say a delay, because if you take a look at investigation, you have to be very careful. You have to look at all parameters. They just jump into one as if na swimming pool for just go swim and get out. Not something like that. You get to talk to witnesses. You get to talk to the alleged police officers. Where they've been going at the place, and then the one where discharge firearms. And you get for try for ascertain whether and would discharge firearms. And again, you get for look at whether the police officer will discharge, where in bullets go kill this guy. He gets me based on the allegation. So we need for take with time for we investigation, and we end up for submit the report last January rather.
Immediately we get for respond that same day. We left Yasu around 9 o'clock in the morning, and we reached there by 1 o'clock, because it is quite a long distance. And we go with journalists from 98.1, AYV, and other media houses for that we able to get the fact, and then we count them out how it did at the gun. And when we come with them, we get series of challenges. We come and engage again the police on that. We go to the police press conference, we get a fact, and we begin for hold the view that certain things in the way don't want to come out clear. And the police be the try for cover up what really happened at the ground at the time. People go recall that we be in our studio now so with a very senior member of ONS, we will be getting a very heated debate on that issue today. And we will give an ultimatum to the security agency. We have a 21 days ultimatum for looking into the matter, or we will mobilize citizens of this country for come out with on a peaceful protest, protesting against this long-standing police misconduct or security personnel misconduct. Because we believe, say, the security agency for be an agency way for actually assure people of security and not the other way around. So that was what happened at the time. We write a letter to the Inspector General of Police on that. We therefore try for engage other authorities on the matter, because what we be so particular about, not to be for just come out and cause noise, but for ensure that the issue be investigated and appropriate measures be taken. So we began for liaise with the honorable at the ground, Honorable Aaron Kuma, when a very young man, we get people at heart, and we began for make a complaint to the Independent Police Complaint Board. As you hear from the public relations man, you don't necessarily need for be somebody we affected by the incident directly for make complaint. But anybody can make complaint. Now on that basis, they will say we make complaint to the Independent Police Complaint Board on this matter, because we know say that the body we statutorily mandated for investigate issues of this, that is civilian-led institution. So we'll make that complaint and we write the Inspector General of Police. The Inspector General of Police thankfully called me to a meeting when the 21 days ultimatum be the lapse. 1 day to the 21 days, wait for done. They call me a meeting at Inspector General in the office. We began to discuss the issues then. He appealed with we. He appealed to the conscience. He bring logic that the Independent Police Complaints Board is going on with the matter, and that they don't put reforms in place for ensure that the police not even hold gun again for any protest, and that they want we for really be reasonable with them and allow the investigations for go on whilst really continue for interface with them.
So now the independent police complaint board who said this complaint being go don't pull the reports, although famous you know go tell we all waiting the full details of waiting at the reports. But from waiting I don't gather so far, according to FEMO, then just can give advice and make the recommendations them, not to then they implement. Una don't they follow this matter. Now this report don't come out and the recommendations them same way so don't come out. Wait una they expect now from the police, because as it is now, at this point we just want to let the people and also we will invite the police, but we never forget posting for representing this morning. What una they expect from the police them now where these reports don't come out?
Yeah, let me use I go be remiss in my submission and my bed no go allow me sleep. If I feel for thank and congratulate the IPCB. Honestly, it not be easy with we and them. We the badge at their office every now and then. Of course, the investigation officer Rashid also against with we at some point. At some point, we will make palaver. We are very impatient. We are this, but we understand that it was the investigation process, because we believe say one life lost is too many, and if an incident like that take place in Matimbo, it get anything will take place now a lot of other areas, and who knows who that will be affected tomorrow. I get a lot of police friends. I get a lot of good people within the Sierra Leone police. We have professionals within the Sierra Leone police. I must make this very clear. Not all police officers or not all security personnel are bad or are unprofessional. But those bad ones within the Sierra Leone police, I feel say, when they continue for occasion, human rights abuses or acts of misconduct, the officials of the Sierra Leone police and the security agency, and we, as watchdogs of the people of this country, get a duty for bring out some of their issues there so to the appropriate institutions and authorities for ensure that they undertake investigations and appropriate actions be taken. So I want to thank the IPCB on that. They get a lot of challenges, but within that, they able to do these investigations for come out. It is already clear that waiting happen in Matimbo, like the Sierra Leone police or the security agency, they go there, and they release a bullet, we actually shoot and we kill the young man. Because that was the contention here the other day. Who will be there in the studio? Would I kill him? You know, possible? Would I, why somebody be they say now the people and shoot themselves with chakabula? Other people they say now gone from the police. So the IPCB report don't come out clear and say from the investigations they drive towards the fact that now a police officer shoots the young man. And in this investigation report with Ngi, they make recommendations to the authorities. One of the authorities are the Inspector General of Police. They recommend, this is a recommendation, and that is why I'm very glad that are there this morning for make Sierra Leoneans say no, waiting to come out of the police, the investigations from the IPCB. Because IPCB, their own duty is to just investigate matters and make recommendations. They need to go beyond that. Now, beyond this, as an organization and as a consortium, what we are going to do is to follow up on the people who are supposed to take up their issues there so, and ensure that they take them up so that we get a police force. We're going to be accountable. We're going to really own up responsibility when once they go outside the remit. You understand? Okay. They don't recommend that they recommend to the Inspector General of Police for take disciplinary action. That's now one of the recommendations, key recommendation, against the police officers they will undertake that raid. Because the raid was intelligence-led. What do they mean by intelligence-led? Before they left Freetown, they already don't get a clear-cut understanding as to who side they go, who side them for attack, who side them for really meet. Okay. So if they don't get to that and then go, they attack the whole village, terrorize the whole village, and it lead to casualty, IPCB recommend that they really take this type of action against them people who take that raid.
Continue for the with inside the program. Thomas more content. We will come more on the recommendation them and findings them.
September 9, when it be Sunday last year, we received a call from the.
All right, welcome back, and we actually they also for talk about different things then, and this na be one thing will be happening inside Masimbo na mine 91 also. Also, the police then be actually attack people them early morning, and end up for kill somebody. And according to the investigation, the police in the first place them in deny, say no to them. Na chakabula, na the people and kill themselves, na they shoot themselves. But later they find out say the bullets actually come out from the police then. So we basically therefore talk about most of them things there. So well, interestingly today we see Usai hey God. Brussels get for be fun today. Because we see Usai the presidential team then don't release one video for show where the president say, you know, the students say Mutuka for go na the program na European Commission. And as well we see Usai members them of the Israeli community PPP, they as well they release video, they try for show people them how for waka for go na the European Commission. Well, we still wait for see waiting they happen, and they still they try for put themselves together for actually fend themselves from the place. Why is the president in already don't go there? So in the meantime, whilst we wait for see how best we can connect, let me watch this video where show we how the president be actually the getting self ready, and then how the PPP themselves been the try for put things them in place for make sure say the direct people them, you know, how for work out waiting at the address of the place in case people and they will not sabi they want to come out na France, Germany, you know, Holland, let they actually know. Waiting and out there for workouts, boss waiting for take, who's train way for take, you know, who's side for Kandong, or who's side, you know, they waiting at the address, all of them things. Then they'll watch this video quick, and then we come back just now.
Fellow countrymen and women of Syria.
You know, before we come to this guy, you know, let's take on a backward small. You know, when we caretaker day in other person country, you see how it is with one small motorcar, and then with just in aid, yeah, in chief security officer. Now I do it when I a personal bodyguard, na a personal aid down there. Now I do it inside motorcar and all. You see the motorcar in one grenade. But when they inside the country, then they get this kind of big convoy, waste a lot of we money per fuel, you know, per DM and other things. Them just the waka. At the end of the day, they don't just eat with money, then go and bang we back in a treat. When they meet we in a treat, but they bang we back, they left with it. They say we no get owner. But when they did another person country, imagine, you know, one grain. In fact, nobody you know see all peace too. Nobody. But when we see the Guinea and junta leader they come, when they come inside with country, he come with this kind of one whole battalion with heavy and gun them. But when this same man left in country and go na Mali, he just go there with two other soldier man then. They're not all gone. That is show you how respectful you deal with your company. Then come inside here, show we say we don't get anything for do. We don't get control of we host and other things them. But when they left Guinea for go na Mali, then go there like ordinary somebody. He take a plane, he go in and in two bodyguard them with no gun. If they all pistol, they're not display them at all. But we only had so all kind of things they can take, all kind of things we can just take at any point in time. Look with caretaker. Let's play this again for Leonasiam. Please, let's play Leonasiam. Very casual, you know, with this kind, security where they with close protection, where you know the see gun no nothing. Then you see in aid, in personal aid, then very close to Ram, cover Ram, go inside after which look the driver, Can watch the driver where they can drive him off. Open from what for in drive in go inside. One small motor car. Then go. You don't know. Look the driver. Watch the driver. He can inside, top, he sit down, bang the what, and then they move. But inside we country, no, not to the same. Why? Why for it be like this? Why? Look at it. See. See? Now they go so. Very peaceful and quiet. Very peaceful and quiet. I'm going to go so. Anyway, don't listen to this young man.
As one can see, I love salon with my blue tie. I go with the can go so. Now I go with the go so base calm my base. Love we go. Now we write with the go exercise. Do not allow anybody for intimidate you. Do not be a coward because few people then go, they make threat audios or videos. Me I go. Now see, now go I go so. Me face is so clear. No they hide them from nobody. This country, me no say yeah. A democracy the prevail now yeah. And we get a right for go demonstrate. On a salon, on a threaten we, on a kill we. Oversee again for protest. Power. Who did it? Wallahi, who did it? Nothing not to derail this protest here. If una not say we not get nothing for fear, why are you guys worried about we being protesting? No, you are worried because una not say the European then go listen to our message and then go act on the message. So see you when you get there. Power. Salo for change.
Brothers and sisters, this now the European Commission building. These are the roundabouts we talk about the roundabout this. So for the information of when we get for come around, they go use this address here in a Robert Schuman plan. This is a Robert Schuman plan. And this is number 2 or use number 4 just in the roundabout in front of the building, and at the European Commission this as soon as see I had tomorrow we expect for meets at this point. This now the Metro Schuman station, metro station. For Kamanaya, you go take metro number 1 or metro number 5. Then you go change na Arloa. If you take metro number 6 or metro number 2. So this na the building. This are they right in front of the metro stop. As I go see the Metro Schuman in number 9. This the Kaya number 1 and number 5, but you go change if you take the metro number 2 or 6 where they can Arloa, you will change the kind of Schuman. So now the building there in front of me. This is the building as when I see at the roundabout this. This is the roundabout we are talking about. Is this as you guys can see. Are they right in front of the building? So tomorrow they expect now for day around this location, just right in front of this location. This is the building. This is the European building. So tomorrow we expect on for day around this area. This is the building, in front of the building. In Brussels capital. As you see, this is the roundabout. Are they right in front of the metro stop? As you see, this is the metro station.
Alright, so this now the video them. You know, all man the shape game pan company. You know, the president here in team then the shape game pan the one them way say then they go protest. where the president ready for left, they make them do video of where they left for going at the place, showy, how secure it be and all of them things and then the PPP guys themselves, the showy themselves say, yeah, they're not afraid nothing, then they show themselves, this is not Europe, and they're all ready. If you want for come and join the protest, now this side for come, all man, it is very, very much interesting. Waiting at the foresee. It's very much interesting thing like I they see ahead, because like everybody they shape Yonka. Everybody they shape game by campaign, even the presidents have not left behind, but we look forward for something, like in US when they made a protest against that, just passed them. We all hear talk about that. They just passed them and they go and discuss with in your party member them. So in the case of this, we look forward for see if the president will actually use this opportunity for talk to PPP members then. But the question is, what exactly go get for talk to them even? What you get for talk to them? Will they look for see or will they wait for you waiting exactly then get for pass? Because if you really talk to them, it will be cool, It will be really, really nice for they actually talk to them. For let we know waiting. It want for say because as a leader, you get for use every opportunity for make sure say you get rid of certain things them. So they come on ground that particular point where you go able for settle certain things them. But what exactly will they wait for see? Now, if they were able to see how best they can put things them in place for settle themselves, if the president will get the guts for actually stand up and say, okay, I will talk to them this time around, like, you're waiting at their views, their concern, we and our family members them, we get for make sure say we put things them in place. We wait for see all of them things and all of them things that will just wait for see how this whole thing will get for be, how it will end. We just wait. We really, really just wait for see how it will tally. But a lot of things them way don't they happen inside the country. A lot of things them way don't they happen inside the country. As we wait for the protest for kickoff, I'm going to use this opportunity for to give you a reminder of certain things that way don't they happen along the way. Things that way really, really don't they happen. This is not the greatest opportunity for let we hear waiting, don't they go on. Alright? So in the meantime, let me just get a flashback again of what will happen recently now the SLPP office with Prince Adin and the invoice them. Let's just watch this one and then we'll come back just now.
How many people there when I say what Prince Adin do? The Baba don't suffer for her, the Baba don't work for her. At the end, he will pay and I kill him. When I say what he do, we don't change past 3 chairman before Prince Adin turn chairman. One and no chairman not fire in party supporter. Prince Adin don't do a back but what he do so, me a bravo. I know they forgive and this one the next one. Because me don't afraid now. He got my fire me back, me go fight for her. I carry my for let turn chairman. When I say what he do, the Baba drive for her past how many years? The Baba fight against me for her all. When I see the Baba in condition before the Baba die, when I say I treat the Baba, he beg them fire the Baba because he never pay the Baba, he never tell the Baba thank you for the fight the Baba fight for her. But all the chairman hold on Ghana salon, no chairman of fire in party supporter it. But this will look at the law they do, the justice. Well, let the justice take in part, let the justice take action. If not to that, we the grassroots and the party, we not agree. And Madam, you all fight for. If I hear this message, me na bravo. Long time I dey dormant, I dey watch what the party they do. But this incident will not ever take a light. Because me always talk show me, I go carry my charter bus for Prisadi, I go to Debu, I go to Batamana, I go play for them. And they will benefit we. So if you kill that your member body, who shall tomorrow, I must get for killing we. We want those benefits, when they get to this chairmanship, where they kill the party supporters. Ever since that the world, no chairman not killing party supporters. The first man is, we want to know who's Abopa, we want to know what is Abopa. We want to see what the justice system they do for this brother around that. And when they follow this case, we no man who all die no more with the grassroots them for this case here. We want to see what they do presiding, the action they do presiding. This thing too past mark, we're too sorry for it, very sympathetic.
But at the end of the day, nothing actually not been come out from this matter. That's where it end. That's where it left both. Nothing not come out today. But we don't see now the boys then they turn by themselves. We don't see how a lot of things then they happen under this government, and this government we actually promise for say they can fight lawlessness. Lawlessness, corruption, but it's like the lawlessness already in the fight. Now where you now member of the opposition or you not just citizen, and then you become lawless, then they take care of you. But anytime where it get for do with them, nothing not they come up behind them. Nothing not they come up behind that at all. Nothing absolutely not they come up behind that. Yeah, even be like for say, but good things then they where they happen right now where some people don't even understand. They don't even understand what thing they go on. They don't even know what thing they go on. Because if you know hear this talk this word today, you will hear that they talk and then they tomorrow. And interestingly, some of them talk then the way they talk so then they put them into reality like this.
Who they shoot anyone who kill. Let mama left her black.
You don't come up for that place,
You understand? They say no SLBP. Now the thing then they take advantage. They say I know SLBP, then lenient. They're not the kill and the bio. Me, I don't tell brigade, I don't tell the air. That make I come. Where I listen out there. I spoke to go if I need to right now. Out for the better. Now make me say come. You understand? Because then you can.
All right, so this is not a situation, where we see a lot of things then they happen, lots of things then they go on, and when they talk, the Abu where he making pronouncements, he talk this word there, and indeed they do them. We see what happen, no? We see the generator, we see things that will happen, So anything where they come out and talk, nothing not they make they not end up for Duam. Nothing not they make them not end up for Duam. So now all of them things they are so people they talk about now. All of them things they are. All of them things they are. I can always talk to certain thing and then people here where you they listen to them, listen very well. Listen very well, and then you will able to know waiting at the end part. Usai where things then they go wrong. But if you not listen to them patiently, you're not gonna know nothing. Nothing absolutely you're not gonna know. So it honestly nice for let we actually listen to them people here and know waiting then they about to do because the anti-corruption itself they part in it go don't tell you say today don't get this, then tomorrow it go tell you say no, not to so I say. It will tell you say today don't get this, then tomorrow say no, and not get evidence. I will continue for the good flashback until the protest term reach. Let me continue for watch and listen. When they come back just now, as the protest term, we they actually wait for let the protest begin and go direct to Brussels. But for now, not just keep yourself idle, let they keep yourself busy by way I would remind yourself of things that we don't happen.
Sometime in late November, we received information that rice that was donated by China to Sierra Leone was being repackaged in a warehouse in Waterloo and resold to the public. We went in, carried out our investigations as fairly as possible. We were able to arrest a lady called Zainab Binta Kamara, which was the index arrest. The arrest that created the link to determine what really happened with this rice. Our investigation was able to establish that indeed this rice was part of rice that was initially donated to the Ministry of Agriculture by the Chinese. After the donation of this rice by the Chinese government to the people of Sierra Leone, the government, in various cabinet discussions and meetings, decided that the rice should be sent to the Ministry of Education for the Ministry of Education to apply it for school feeding projects, for the school feeding program, which is part of the free quality education, so that children can eat and be nutritious whilst they learn, and so that it removes the pressure from parents who cannot afford to give their children lunch, so that the children can be sufficiently nourished whilst they pursue the free quality education. Now, it turned out that despite this commitment, despite this directive that came from no less a person but His Excellency the President of Sierra Leone, who was very clear in cabinet, because we have the cabinet minutes, we have the cabinet conclusions and everything. The president made it very clear there that he did not want anybody in his government having to do anything with this rice. But the rice was supposed to be given to the partners of the Ministry of Basic Education, secondary, how do we call it?
Basic education.
Basic education, so that they can apply it to school feeding projects. But the Ministry of Basic Education already had partners, WFP, JAM, and other institutions that were responsible for carrying out the school feeding project as an auxiliary to the free quality education, which the Ministry of Education was already embarking on. Somehow down the line, after the transfer processes took place between the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Education, the rice was now in the control of the Ministry of Education, Basic Education. And it turned out that the distribution system of this rice did not go according to what the president had directed in cabinet, to what was concluded in cabinet. As a matter of fact, the Ministry of Basic Education, which did not at the time, and I believe up to now, have the capacity to distribute this rice, to engage in school feeding program, the officials there decided on their own to distribute the rice. The distribution process itself was seriously flawed. The rice fell in the hands of the wrong people, who dealt with it in ways that are scandalous. You will find out, for example, that the permanent secretary, Mr. Commander, took this rice to Bond. After taking it there, instead of it, firstly, let's understand this. The rice, first of all, was not meant for the ministry to engage in school feeding program with it. But they did. Let's assume after they did, they could have done things properly as planned. Probably would not be here. But what happened after they decided to embark on taking this rice to the distribution places or the places where they felt it should be taken is even more problematic than we thought. So initially, we did the preliminary investigations to understand what happened. We sent our team of investigators right across the country. There is no village that rice was supposed to be distributed that we did not go to. We found out that in several places, the rice did not reach the destination that it was planned to go to. We also found out that there are even schools which were listed that were not supposed to have been listed because they do not exist. And this, I must say, was not done taking into consideration anybody's tribe or region or where you come from, what language you speak. It did not consider what party you belong to. We practically just went after the evidence. Based on that, the ACC, I have proceeded to prefer indictment against the following persons. 1. Alpha Usman Timbo, Minister of Labor and former Minister of Education, who at the time of the distribution of this rice was Minister of Education. We have also preferred indictment against Madam Emily Kadiatu Gogra, who is the Deputy Minister. We have preferred indictment against Charles Tom Commander, who is the Permanent Secretary. We have also preferred indictment against Mamusu Masakoi, who was the head of nutrition, the director of nutrition in the Ministry of Basic and Senior Education. Lastly, we have preferred indictment against Zainab Binta Kamara, who was the initial person who was in fact responsible for us knowing that the rice has fallen into the wrong hands. In that regard, 15 counts indictment have been preferred. Alpha Usman Timbo, Kadiatu Gogra, Charleston Commander, and Mamusu Masakoi have been charged with misappropriation of public property contrary to Section 36(1) of the Anti-Corruption Act 2008, as amended.
Wetin happened to the Chinese rest? You know the reason why they insist on Chinese rest? For me, now the biggest symbol down there of the lack of independence of the ACC when they reach a certain point. I don't know if you understand what they talk. The ACC then can function very well. They can take a teacher, then go parade them around cutting tree, they can go and find them, then they get them boku money, when they are with the tea, fine. But when they touch some kind of area, it tell like say the ACC they become powerless.
Like whose kind of area then so, Mr. Bright?
This Chinese race. Me, I know they go far away from this Chinese race until they tell me exactly what's happened to 49,000 bags. Then not can we go, then they turn me to play cook. Can we go to court? Pull me, sack this person, this and that. Then they put all the person them back in their position. Then what's happened to the 49,000? Yen. For me, I insist on that's now one of the signal, the indicators for sure you say the ACC, even if they want for work safe, when they reach a certain point, they're not able to do nothing.
You're happy for talk about the rest, eh? But I shall say also don't read the which I will like say judgment from the courts, right? And it is what it is with regards to within the judgment say.
All right, so this is not a situation, you know. You find out, say, now a deliberate thing for the way we put this thing together. For let you get, you know, the ACC tell we say, yes, we don't see the rest. We even still say that they bag them. We short say that the rest this. Then give it the rest. We see them na him. Then they pull out from the Chinese bag. They put them to their own bag for let they able for sell them. And then link all of them things there. They even find out, say, some schools then they will be in at the list. They're not being supposed for day, you know. But then put them there and then school and then not even exist. They even find out, say, some of the rest of them, they find them in constituency and ward level to them, party people then send them to them, party chairman them for let them shape. And all of this not being the part of the plan. So, of course, that's my corruption. But as they go, like when Dennis Bright say, doctor, he say, then play cook with we carry go na court, pull you back, say they don't get evidence. But you don't see whose evidence when you need more than that. You see the rest, Koju, then they pull them from the Chinese bag, put them to another bag, when that influence the arrest. And say, yes, we don't get this Chinese rest. Now in this, look the Chinese bag, look the bag when they put them back. So this now strong reason follow with it. But before then they go, even the one themselves, the one safe, when they catch, that waiting when they catch, then they transfer the rest from one bag to another. Then say they don't get case against them, they don't get evidence against them. In fact, when they want to make the thing sweet, then they tell we say, and they don't want judge and juror. They want judge alone. But Christiana or Priscilla Swat, when say no, they for do judge and juror. It don't go long time. Christian and Priscilla don't go. Yewo don't come. Another Attorney General and Minister of Justice, it don't come. It don't go. Now, other one we don't get so back. Say now, judge and juror, then they para. In fact, they want the all will be mixed by the case. They don't put them back. You hear what Imran say? Imran say it is what it is. You know, you don't hear about the judgment, and then that is it. It is what it is. You don't know. Nothing again, they don't get for terror. It is what it is. Yeah, this is not the control fed with self. You know, talk and go, talk and come. The last government been corrupt at some point, yes. And this government campaign say, because the last government corrupt, they want for let we the people and benefit from what we supposed to get. So let we get a change. Let me say, okay, gladly, we pull them. Tolombo now go sit there, because of all of canteen there. Then they go. Bill, this then now, interestingly, I see something where the person say, he said, not to this government make the people poor. That's not true. Not to this government at all. But you know what in? This government don't make the poverty don't become endemic. Not to they make people poor. That's not true. Before this government can poverty be don't exist. But this they can make the poverty, it don't smell per people, it don't turn endemic per people. So this is not the thing. So I just to keep the floor warm up, you know, for the warm up the floor, till we reach to that point where we go actually able to get the link to the protest. But interestingly, we don't talk about the situation Usai Ben don't tell we say this rest business na so it pass, na so them pass return and all of them things and the NT. Yes. So what do we want for do now? I want for see if you can count another thing. I want to count something else for you. For let you see something. Let you see how the ACC actually they work. Because it can find at times, let me know some things them. Let me get a proper understanding of how things then they work, how then they actually happen. And that's exactly how I'm bringing to you now. But before that day, let me just see these things. On the audit report and the first lady and other things them. Let's just watch this one quickly. Because this one again, and another thing this one we really need for look at. We really need for look at this particular thing, yeah? So, let me see something. I want to bring something to you briefly. Okay. So what I do? Let's just get I'll get a break quick. Let's just get this particular thing up again for you. Hold on, like just get a short break quick with this music. From Raga Spice. Yes, let's just get Raga Spice, quick one, and then we'll come back just now. Alright, sorry about that. Let's listen to this music quick.
Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. I play the way the system they go, not us so we be butter. Waiting the one, where we can't see slow, not us so we be butter. Waiting the one, every day a new story. Waiting the one and just stay like now. Waiting the one, separation them on a real. I'm not care the dance for waiting the one, so here they kill we. I play the country, the country, kanga the country slow. That's another walk, and the side where you go, so wahala. We want for no. That's another walk. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa be the woke, then don't sack him. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa we be the woke, then don't sack him. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will protect we. The German them will protect we. And then they beat we, and then they kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will protect we. The German them will protect we. And then they beat we, and then they kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Na full of man no. Na full of man. Na afraid full of man. Na afraid full of man. This system they go. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the one. Where we can't see slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the one. Every day a new story. Waiting the one and just stay like how we. Waiting the one. Separation them on a real. I'm not care the dance for we. Waiting the one. So here they kill we. TikTok killing last week. I see the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting the one. With the ask them this question, you let the answer. Waiting the one. I say the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting the one. With the ask them this question, you let the answer. Waiting the one. I play the way the system they go. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. The way we can see they go now. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. Consultation of the country money. West control of the country money. Forget work na the country money. Follow you get side for sleepy money. We not glad yo. We not glad. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. I say with democracy done democracy. With the youths them one work we not lazy. Fuck who talk then they talk. No they do done against we. We not glad The police brutality injustice done against we. We not glad When we tell them the truth and the vex, then don't turn against we. We not glad I play the way the system they go. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the one. When we can't see slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting right, but we in the one operation them on a week. I feel like you the dance. Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up.
Okay, come on, come on. Pardon. Hello? Yes. You want to talk? Listen.
Our people are dying. Our people are dying of hunger. Yes. We are tired with it. Yes. Our people are living in you must take a break. They are tired. Yes. We are tired.
Hold on. Okay, Famulem, when I see the posters them. This poster here say vote Adebayor out in June 2023. Our upcoming election, he want to rig that election. That's why we are here to call on the European Union to send their people out there to go and do the monitoring for us. Because if anything happens in Sierra Leone, it will affect the European Union. Here we have the worst current president in the history of Sierra Leone. Corruption is massive. Corruption is at the highest. Corruption is at the highest. Adebayor, all his cabinet, they are professional in corruption. We want peace in Sierra Leone. As you can see the poster held by our able chairman, our able president, the king of Sierra Leone, Mr. Adebayor. Unalek Adebayor? Unalek Adebayor? Our people need freedom. That's the poster right there. Our people need freedom. The last time this government of Sierra Leone, they engineer a fake prison break. During that period, they killed over 50 unarmed civilians who were in prison. And that killing was done by the bodyguards of the president of Sierra Leone. The history is there. Everybody knows about it. We are not here to exaggerate. Since we came to power, look at this poster here. It says, stop the tribalism. Tribalism is so much now in Sierra Leone. We've never had it before. Since we came to power, they tried to divide the country through tribalism. Here, people are calling on the European Union Parliament to please monitor our election carefully in June 2023. And this one says, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice. The people of Sierra Leone need justice, they need peace. So let me hand over the mic to Mr. Kataro, Mr. Tutok, aka Mr. Kabrai.
Hello. Good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here. It's just on one thing, right? You know, our country, Sierra Leone, since the start of 2018, Adebayor have killed more than 300 innocent lives. and most of them are civilians under the age of 16, 17. And if you can see the inflation now, is at the higher peak. It's more than 200, 300. People are unaffordable to get food because why? There is no money. And also you can see the political intimidation, nepotism, also habitual arrest. If you say something that is real, Adebayor will send his dogs and they will arrest you. And now, they have mobilized the military, the police, they are all under his pocket. So most of us now, we are just living here like self-exile. We cannot go to our country. Even our parents, even our brothers and sisters there, they are intimidating them. Even they got a little case when you went to the police, they will look at you, they say, oh, you are the one who is accusing us. So for now, they are going to charge you to court. They will send you to Panema Road, and Panema Road is their top prison now. They put a lot of criminals, people there. Normally it's 3,000, now it's more than 150,000 people are there. People are dying because they don't have food, even in Panema Road. Even you are in Liberty, you can't afford. Food is unaffordable. And when they came to power, they promised so many glories. And unfortunately, we are not seeing nothing. You understand? So Sierra Leone is going at the drain. So either you go peace or you go on violence. If you don't want to go alive, it will go dead. If you don't want to go live right now, you will go dead. Because we have the road, we have everything to dislocate you. You understand? This is not bragging. We are saying the truth. We don't want violence. We love Sierra Leone. No place is like home. Or our home is a death trap for some of us. The King, may God bless you. Thank you very much. And for everybody, like we are saying, European Parliament, our country is one of the richest countries in the world. But our living is less than 1 pence a day. So please, we are asking the European Union, the European Parliament, the international community, this coming June 2023, we are going to have our own elections. And the people have spoken. The power belongs to people. 90% of the Sierra Leoneans, they want Adebayor to go after 2023. After 2023 June, 1 day on top, Adebayor, from us, for some of us, let him consider himself as a dead man, because we are not going to tolerate that. We have worked for so many years, then that reflection is inside our mind. So basically, we don't want to go behind that. We want to move forward. We need a good leader. We need a patriot. We need a leader who knows governance skills. Adebayor is a man since his lifetime. He has not been working. He don't know what is administration. He can't do nothing. So this type of leader, a tribalistic, a nepotism, a xenophobia, we don't want him in Sierra Leone. So my people of today, thank you very much for coming. The King, please help us. Thank you. Come live. Come live.
Mr. True Talk.
Hello everyone. Of course, me are the talk for the local language.
When I Creole,
where this message I want to go to Sierra Leoneans them. Yes. Let them know and let them see what's in a democracy. If it's today with a stand for we people in Sierra Leone. Now because we they enjoy democracy now you. Today we come here we can demonstrate against the bad things the way the president they do in Sierra Leone. All the time when Adebayor the campaign jump in the because you know what let them know we no say in the camp. If you Adebayor want go America, he go announce her. If you Adebayor want go China, he go announce her. If you Adebayor want go any part, he go announce her. Why we want campaign jump all the time in the eye? Right? Now because we get up, the camera catch up. And when the camera catch up, we announce them. We not hide them because we not to coward. The day we choose for be coward to Adebayor, let God kill me that day. I can never be a coward to Adebayor because he is the coward. So what did they do yesterday? They sent threat remarks on social media. Or tell the people and say when they carry, they go camp of Tarwi, they go camp Chukwi, they go camp this, they go camp that. And indeed, we don't come today now for the European Parliament for can left with message to the European Parliament. Which they are lucky people who then get to Europe when no get blessing, then touch themselves, then come here. And when they come, we just instruct the police because we believe in democracy, we don't believe in violence, and we are peaceful people. The police come and meet them and say, well, no permit. They don't get them permit. How the president lawless, that's what they say flawless. How the president lawless, that's what they say flawless. So what's happening now? They just tell them, say, una left here. They don't get no option to try and like it go get all and when a baba check. Any is possible, Papa. All the idle what's about take yourself in Canada. Right? Now they don't get them. We now left there because we believe in peace. Look at around where the police and the guy go. Not the salon police and then I are. Other from above, not to here. Now this freedom we they fight for make we people them get the Sierra Leone.
Sure.
When they want to go any side, they forget freedom. They forget freedom for talk. If you as president, you people they want can talk to you. The time now 11:30 for me come. But because we put out a statement say we they come and demonstrate because of Adebayor the day. You go all out for change the time to 7 o'clock the next. You not coward, madam you. Now the people in the salon when not sabi you, when not know you, when not understand you. But me and you don't talk foot our crosses. You like it or not, you they go. Madam you want it or not, by thunder, by fire, you they go. And when you say you they go, until you hire a man don't talk say, let 50 man follow you. And I'm thinking of the take for you. Tell man know that they want it. Take them. Because he not get blessing. And now they want Sierra Leoneans them today. This is the time for me we not be a coward. We continue to be coward, then they kill we. We not be coward, then they kill we. So what's it popping now? Anyway, now wait. What's it popping like this? We all see what's it for us and go prosper in Sierra Leone. They call up for peace, they turn a second vice president of that country. They tell us that Bobo and disarm. He say no. Now in the international community say, well, what's it popping now levy? For us and call up to non left we so. Not only we from peace, so over 20 years we enjoy peace. But so get this dog when come back. Can't disturb we take we 30 years away. Now Sierra Leoneans, they live on 75 cents a day. Today, now we they buy the nastiest fuel, but now we they buy the dearest fuel today in the world. No democracy, nothing in our country. People and they under bondage. People and they under stress. The people that we don't die inside this area. Some people are still killing. Some people just because of what to compare and let them die. But we want to tell the Sierra Leone in Europe, America, Australia, Africa to decide. China, Asia. Now we ultimate for fight for we people. When people are today they're vulnerable. Now we no more for stand to fight. We not take power in the salon, not to salon the petrol. Now yeah, in fact, all here, when the German talk to English said in the beginning the first capital. People are funny. But the thing man Adebayor, anytime they know that they talk and not be now, me the talk and 10% the act. If the man Adebayor say in the American foolishness for this election, men are the next level leader. And they talk every day, every time, every minute, and on the impossible statement that they make. If the man Adebayor say this election, and they tamper with them, I swear to me, God will make me, and they die. Make no mistake about it. And we are there. We prepare and when we go salon, I swear to God, thank God. The innocent will die for the wicked. And they will cause the problem and they will go after. They will cause the problem and they will run after. We go make sure say what's happening in Germany, what's happening in Russia, they go up in Sierra Leone. It might not be a mistake. The front of the European Parliament and they make the statement so now. So I want every Sierra Leonean. You know, say June 23, we again change of something. I want to achieve everything I do. I live for peace.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adebayor. Okay. This one is not difficult, but I'm going to try my best. European Union. I know the letters are very small, but I'm going to try my best in order to.
For better go take up, the manage go take up for more clarity. To close, yes, yes. One of the open letter for
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
That's enough. No, wait, that's enough.
You actually do watch live coverage from Brussels. Also, you get the PPP team, Sierra Leone's them, where actually they na Brussels inside Belgium. Also, they actually talk to people them about waiting they happen inside the country according to them, and as well then they get plan for read a letter where they go for go deliver. Amongst the people them, you get a lot of Sierra Leonean them, and including the CEO of Left Badat, Love Salon and Left Badat as well. So let me go back and watch waiting they happen over there.
Demonstration today.
All right, you still watch the protest where they go on right now in front of the European Commission.
Intelligence officer we monitor the activity of the demonstration as soon as see. Only walkie-talkie they communicate. Because you say the demonstration is peaceful. So as soon as see the intelligence officer, secret service.
Okay. Letter delivered to the EU on Sierra Leone's peace, stability, and crisis waiting our nation due to the President Bill's domestic policy. Excellencies, on behalf of the Global Executive Committee and the General Membership of the People's Power in Politics, known as PPP organization, we salute you. PPP is an organized group of Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad with the main objective of mobilizing our citizens in demand for democracy, accountability, and exposing state corruption, and engineering public support for social change and national development in our country, Sierra Leone. Your Excellency, you will recall that on April the 4th, 2018, Julius Adebayor and his government took the reins of power in Freetown in a military style, even though this was after a peaceful election. Since that night, our country has been governed with threat, victimization, and anarchy. It appears throughout 5 years terms that President Bio's intentions we are not to govern, but to rule and subject our people to total domination. His administration has superintended over the killing of hundreds of defenseless civilians over the country without any accountability. Hundreds of our compatriots have been buried in mass graves by the state without explanation or cause of death. This includes scores of prisoners gunned down by the president's security guards who attacked the main prison in Freetown in a broad daylight. This bleak situation continues up to date. You will further recall that between August 8th and the 10th, we called for a protest in which citizens of Sierra Leone peacefully marched in the capital and other places to protest against the escalation of the cost of living, cost of doing business, and corruption. as well as gross violation of fundamental human rights by authorities in the country. President Bureau security guard also attacked crowds and killed over 70 young men and women unarmed, and 6 policemen were killed as well. We also called on the government to establish an independent, non-political investigation team to thoroughly examine the various violation incidents that led to the loss of lives in our country. We also condemned the violence and the attack that caused the death of our compatriots. A good number of independent organizations and individuals home and abroad have expressed apprehension over the names on the terrorists and described them as high partisan and compromise. We call on President Bio to dissolve the committee and to take it to a four-judge national investigation committee that will also investigate several other cases, not just those of August 10. This committee has not done anything meaningful to uncover the truth. We are writing to you as patriotic Sierra-Leoneans of our nation with a heavy heart for and on behalf of the honorable people of Sierra Leone to request again that you intervene and lead the campaign to hold President Bio and his administration accountable for his reign of terror on our people in Sierra Leone. Our global membership has fresh memories of the carnage caused by the civil conflict of the 1990s as a result of actions by politicians like President Bio, who takes the people for granted, use state power to extort, control, and force submission to power of some mundane authority that assault civil power and suppress freedom. You can also testify of your collective sacrifices and contribution to Sierra Leone peace process and development strides over the difficult years in our country history. You know much as most of our compatriots and ourselves do. The frustration, the hunger, and the anger has been brewed against civilians in our country due to principality to state anarchy or orchestrated violence, lack of trust and government policies of divide and rule, corruption, and politicking. It should therefore be our collective endeavor to ensure that those who orchestrated and tried to conflict are held accountable. In an attempt to escalate justice, President Bio also now trying to rig forthcoming election to remain in power. He has forcefully removed 11 members of parliament in our parliament from the opposition party and since been engaged in changing electoral laws and also using the judiciary to support his corrupt motives. We implore you to intervene in discussing these matters with the Bio administration and convey the people's desire to hold him responsible for the violence in our motherland. We can now only protest in the streets of the EU since the Bio administration continues to kill and imprison peacefully protesters in the country and also neglect the people's voices. We will continue to do so unless the following is adhered to. 1. All citizens arbitrarily arrested and detained in connection with the protest of August 8 and 10 are immediately released unconditionally. Number 2, a list of all those arrested and killed during and after the August 10 protest is released to the public. Number 3, all police-civilian clashes in which lives have been lost since President Bio's swearing in must be investigated and reported and published. Number 5, all those involved in extrajudicial killings, arbitrary arrest and detention of citizens, kidnapping and intimidation of citizens are brought to justice. Number 6, President Bio, his government and personal security guard is held to the same standards of justice. Number 7, we have free, fair, peaceful, and transparent elections in June this year, 2023. Be informed that we will not give up on our vision to protect the soul of our nation, and we will do anything without the stability to bring representatives to justice. You may not wish this opportunity to engage in the Bureau administration to pass by in the interest of peace in Sierra Leone. We hope our message is conveyed to them. We thank you for your kind attention and cooperation as we assure you of our unfailing gratitude. Yours faithfully, PPP and Caledonian community. We thank you all for listening. So this letter, we are going now to go and present it to the responsible body. That's the reason why we are here today. We have made our case loud and clear. We want to thank everyone for coming. Our time is up. But as you know, Belgium is a beautiful country. Even when our time was up, the police is see everything to give us a few minutes to read this letter. So thank you. I don't know if Mr. Adebayor wants to say
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who came here. Thank you to the people of Belgium. Thank you for all the one that will give me support. Thank you to everybody because everybody attention then of Belgium today. Because everybody want to know, want sabi, want understand what thing they go on in Belgium. You want to tell everybody say the demonstration they go on successful. It's a win-win. Yes. So what thing matter now we message it go pass about. Let them know, let them sabi, and let them understand. And this is just one month. June 24, and the proper one month for the 1 month. And when they are all they go down. We all they go down. Don't go to Mother Bill. Let Mother Bill know say we ready with care. So I want to say thank you to everybody who is here and God bless you all.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Okay, we are leaving now. Once more, we want to say thank you to the Brussels police for their protection. Thank you very, very much. And thank you to all the people here who are listening to our message. God bless you all, and God bless Sierra Leone when Manabio is out.
I wouldn't call it from the wait last week. Oh, from that. What are we?
Okay, guys, so we are leaving now the area.
Okay. So that's on the camera. Yeah, okay.
Okay, guys, let us be quietly. We are going to have a protest. We said it, and we are here speaking on behalf of the Sierra Leoneans. And Adebayor, actually, you have to leave us in peace. We want peace in Sierra Leone. We don't want no war. That's our final message. Thank you very much.
This is incredible. At least people turn up. We do the job well done. And we convey our message to the European Union. And BO should go. We are tired of all the atrocities. Even inflation, this man cannot control. Our people are suffering too much.
Telephone.
There is victory for us.
Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. stand up and fight Sierra Leonean. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up. Get up, stand up and fight for your right. Yeah. After the way the system they go, not us so we been vote for. Waiting the one, where we can't see slow, not us so we been vote for. Waiting the one, every day a new story. Waiting the one and just they like how we waiting the one. Separation them on a we. I'm lucky I the dance for we. Waiting the one, so here they kill we. African stick and the country kanga the country slow. That's another walk. And the side where you go, so wahala. We want for no. That's another walk. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa be the walk, then don't sack 'em. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa we been the walk, then don't sack 'em. What's a gwan in our country? What's a gwan in our country? What's a gwan in our country? We want for no. What's a gwan so? The policeman them will protect we. The man them will protect we. And then they beat we, and then they kill we. We want for no. What's a gwan so? The policeman them will protect we. The man them will protect we. And then they beat we, and then they kill we. We want for no. What's a gwan so? Waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Na full of man no. Na full of man. Na afraid full of man. Full of man. Where the system they go, not us so we be vote for. Waiting the gun, where we can't see slow, not us so we be vote for. Waiting the gun, every day a new story. Waiting the gun and just they like how we. Waiting the gun, separation them on a we. I'm lucky I the dance for we. Waiting the gun, so here they kill we. TikTok killing last week. I see the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting the gun, with the ask them this question, y'all let the answer. Waiting the one, I said the mommy na somebody popping a dancer. Waiting the one, with the ask them this question, yeah, let the answer. Waiting the one, but the way the system they go, we not glad yo, we not glad at all. The way we can't see they go now, we not glad yo, we not glad at all. Confrontation of the country money, West control of the country money. Forget work na the country money. Follow you get side for sleepy money, we not glad yo. We're not gladdy, we're not gladdy, yo, we're not gladdy at all. I say with democracy, done democracy. With the youths, them one walk, we not lazy. Fuck talk, then they talk.
Alright, you still watch we had on YouTube and on Facebook. Yes, this not been the protest way actually then do against, you know, a matter in a Brussels society actually did at the European Commission. So they read the letter to we and now then they go and deliver the particular letter. But we will end the broadcast now, yeah? Because the most important part, you know, one of the things that we didn't talk about, you know, but we did do a post-mortem about on this particular thing on net, yeah? We did do a post-mortem, especially the letter. We want to look at that letter there and do a post-mortem on that particular letter there. Let we see what exactly they did and see how best we can able for, you know, check waiting this other letter there. But join me on net 9 p.m. Salon time. Follow me talk about this particular issue. For now, I want to tell you thank you for joining me. We get 600 and something way to watch. We get 223 likes. Now YouTube, please increase for me the like, please, so more people will be able for YouTube going for recommend and for other people and know about them. And on Facebook right now we been get 6, but now we don't get 487. Thank you all very much. Please do not forget for like and share the program so more people will be able to know about this program. Okay, join me on net 9 p.m. Salon time. 9 p.m. Salon time. We get a lot of things then for do. This including this one where we do post-mortem on for check the letter. I mean for going to the letter and see better what it inside it, yeah. Because at one point they break because of the network, but we will come and talk about it in the all net, yeah. And the counter protest where the police dispatch. We go talk about that one day again. You know, Adebayor in team way then set up where we be here about the according to what we know, waiting and tell we will not tell me, oh no, I mean I don't know, another day. Then see them drop them. We will come to that one day all the way here and waiting they happen, okay? Well, until we meet again, Nanette, my name is Sembepe, the freedom fighter. God bless we country Sierra Leone, where we call we are. Join me 9 p.m. Salon time. Don't forget for like the program. Please like the program, so other people will able to forget things them way they inside this program. Until then, one more time. We no gladdy.
Oh na 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 na, oh na na na, like I go na 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 na, oh na 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 na. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up and fight for your right. After the way the system they go, not us so we been butter. Waiting the one, where we can't see slow, not us so we been butter. Waiting the one, every day a new story. Waiting the one and just they like Mary. Waiting the one, separation them on a we. I'm not care the dance for we. Waiting the one, so here they kill we. TikTok in the last week. After the country, Ghana the country, Kanga the country slow. That's another walk, and the side where you go, so wahala. We want for no. That's another walk. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa be the woke, then don't sack him. Mama want cook, money no day. Papa we been the woke, then don't sack him. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. What a gwan in our country. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will protect we. The German them will protect we. You're in between and then they kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so the policeman them will protect we. The German them will protect we. Now then they between and then they kill we. We want for no. What a gwan so waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Waiting and do to me brother LJ. We no gladdy. Why them baba? Na full of man no. Na full of man. Na afraid full of man. Full of man. This is time to go. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the one. When we can't see slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the one. Every day a new story. Waiting the one and just they like Mary. Waiting the one. Separation them on a we. I'm not care the dance for we. Waiting the one. Fuck here the kill we. TikTok in the last week. I see the mommy na sampa the papa na dancer. Waiting the one. With the ask them this question, you let the answer. Waiting the one. I say the mommy na sampa the papa na dancer. Waiting the one. With the ask them this question, you let the answer. Waiting the one. Papa the way the system they go, we not glad yo. We not glad at all. The way we can see they go now, we not glad yo. We not glad at all. Consultation of the country money. West control of the country money. Forget work na the country money. Follow you get side for sleepy money. We not glad yo. We not glad. We not glad yo. We not glad at all. I say with democracy done democracy. With the youths them one work we not lazy. Fuck good talk then they talk. No they do don't get sweet. We not glad The police brutality injustice don't get sweet. We not glad When we tell them the truth and the vex, then don't turn against we. We not glad I play the way the system they go. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the one. When we can't see slow. Not us so we be butter. Waiting the one. Every day a new story. Waiting the one and just they like Mary.